E.N.D here. It is worth it to buy booster boxes, sealed booster boxes, crack them and sell the singles. Do you make a profit? This is one of the biggest questions that a lot of people do question me. It is worth it to buy booster boxes, crack them and sell them for a profit. I'm going to do a case study based on my experience about Throne of Eldraine booster box opening. I bought a case of Throne of Eldraine. I always keep one sealed for my collection. I open 5 boxes. I keep the cards that I like for my collection and sell the rest. Let's see if for Throne of Eldraine I did a profit or not. Let me zoom in. There it is. So, as I said, I bought a booster case, 6 boxes. Each price was $95 for a total of $570. As I said, I keep one box sealed. Here's the box. I keep one box sealed for my collection of a price of $95. Therefore, my 5 boxes cost me $475. These are the cards that I kept for my collection. Obviously, this is at the time of the recording. These prices are the prices at the time of the recording. That is 1 week, less than 1 week after the official release of Throne of Eldraine. As you can see, the total cards that I kept for my collection, the total amount is $235. I kept one foil Murderous Rider showcase. I have a one foil Once Upon a Time. I have one Oko, one Garruk Borderless, one Questing Beast, one Great Henge. I have a Brazen Borrower, a Realm Clock Giant showcase, other mythics, $34. For the rares, I kept one Goose, one Fable Passage, one Emery, and the others are cost $23. All these, if I would sell these, 99.9% I will earn $235. Therefore, let's see how much I sold and how much I did of sales out of 5 booster boxes of Throne of Eldraine. This is the result. Mythics and special frame cards, I did $140 of sales. Obviously, you have to count in that you have costs, and costs is fees and postage. You have eBay fees, you have PayPal fees, postage, you have the postage, you have the envelope, you have the sleeves. All this, you have to factor them in your account. Therefore, out of $140 worth of mythics and special frames, you can imagine that from 5 boxes, you don't find that much double mythics and double special frame cards. Special frame cards, we're talking here about showcases, because only one borderless planeswalkers I managed to find, and I kept it for myself. That was a Garruk. Therefore, out of those all cards that I sold, $140 worth of sales, and you have to deduct $38 cost of fees and postages. The rare cards, in terms of rare cards, you always have at least a playset of every rare card from 5 booster boxes, minimum 3 and the maximum of a playset. All those cards that I managed to sell, they amounted to $478, which is not bad. But obviously you have $134 worth of fees and postages. Uncommons, the set had quite a good uncommons card, and I managed to sell $65 out of these uncommons, with a cost of $17. And commons, usually commons is very difficult to sell. You sell maybe a playset for $1 maximum, $1.50 if you're lucky. I only managed to sell $2. I think it was an opt and it was a showcase common card that amounted to $1 of postage. Total sales, as you can see here, it's $685, and the total cost is $190. That means that out of $1 of sale, you have 28 cents, that is 28% of cost in postage and fees. When you sell singles, you have to always factor in that you have fees and postage, and also here I'm not calculating any refunds that I need to give for any undelivered items. $65 worth of sales, $190 worth of costs in fees and postage. That is a 28% of cost versus a 72% of revenue. Let's do a little bit of summary to see if it's worth it to sell singles. If you do a profit out of singles, out of box opening. Here's a summary. So we said that the total cost of boxes is $570. That is $95 each for 6 boxes. Obviously, added to my collection, this has to be factored in that have been added to my collection. The sales were $685. The cost of sales, this is the cost of the boxes. That is 5 boxes of Throne of Eldraine. 5 boxes of Throne of Eldraine cost $475. You have $190 worth of fees. That means that if you do 685 less the cost of the boxes and the fees and postages, you will have only $20 of profit. It is very few, and that is a 4% of return. Yes, when you see these figures, you don't imagine that I did only from 5 boxes of Throne of Eldraine only $20 of profit. And I'm being honest with you, Throne of Eldraine is the only set that I managed to do a profit. War of the Spark, the 2 Ravnica sets, Dominaria, all those sets, I didn't do any profit at all. I did only losses. Obviously, when you factor in that I kept cards that I have added in my collection, and I have also a box, when you factor in these 2 variables, you will remain with around $95 worth of profit. That is a 20% of your sales. This is a little bit of numbers related to box opening of Throne of Eldraine. It is worth it to buy boxes and sell them for profit. If you factor in that you have all these costs, and here there is one particular cost that is not accounted, and that is the time that a person takes in opening the boxes, sorting the cards, making the postage, making the postings on eBay or any other platform. If you factor in the time that I took to do $685 worth of sales, I'm sure and 100% that I will be in a very big minus of a loss. If you just factor in all only costs and sales, I ended up with a 20%, with a $20 profit. That is 4% out of the $475 that I paid for my 5 booster boxes. It is worth it to sell single cards, opening boxes and sell single cards. I think the numbers don't lie. In my opinion, it's not worth it. It's not worth it as your full-time job. It's not worth it your time. But if you like the game, if you love Magic the Gathering, if you love opening boxes and selling singles, then in my opinion it is worth it. For $20, just you have a little bit of fun, you have a little bit of relaxed time, but in my opinion it is not worth it to do it as a full-time job. You can leave me a comment below if you agree with me. If you have opened a certain amount of boxes and sold the singles, just let me know if you did a profit or a loss. And here the subscription button, subscribe for my channel for more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.